Now, let us begin our class with Brahmanad. Om. Om. Shanti. 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 Swastha.
Welcome you all to our first lesson of Book 2, that is Naviti. And our first lesson of Book 2 is 3 questions by Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy, who was born in 1828 and passed away in 1910, was a Russian writer who primarily wrote novels and short stories. Later in life, he also wrote plays and essays. His two novels, War and Peace, Anna Karenina, are acknowledged as two of the greatest novels of all time. The lesson 326 reveals the practical knowledge, the practical wisdom. We must know the art how to overcome all the ordeals, the difficulties of life, as life is not a bed of roses. Life has many ups and downs. So we should know the art how to overcome the challenges of life. The lesson 3 questions has a theme, and the theme of this lesson is wisdom, knowledge, awareness, kindness, forgiveness, and acceptance. So what you have understood? In 3 questions, we have the theme of wisdom, knowledge, awareness, kindness, forgiveness, and acceptance. And the rich and adage are the same. And what is that? Forgiveness is the greatest revenge. And this is what this lesson teaches to the readers. Now, let us go through the lesson. It once occurred to a certain king that if he always knew the right time to begin everything, if he knew who were the right people to listen to and whom to avoid, and above all, if he always knew what was the most important thing to do, he would never fail in anything he might undertake. Once there occurred, and you know the meaning of the word occurred means came to mind. Once there came 3 questions to the mind of a certain king. What were the questions that came to the mind of a certain king? The questions were, what was the right time for every action? Who were the most important or necessary people? And third question was, how he might know what was the most important thing to do. So these were the questions that came to the mind of a certain king. What were the 3 questions? The first question was, what was the right time for every action? And what was the second question? Who were the most important or necessary people for him? And his last question was how he might know what was the most important thing to do in life. And he thought if he knew the exact answers or the correct answers of these questions, he would never fail in any work that he would undertake in his life. In order to know the answers of these questions, what did he do? He proclaimed throughout his kingdom that whoever would answer correctly all these questions would be suitably awarded. And this thought having occurred to him, he had it proclaimed. Proclaimed means declared or announced. And where did he announce? He announced in his kingdom. And what did he announce in his kingdom? Or what did he proclaim in his kingdom? He proclaimed in his kingdom that whoever would answer correctly the answers of his three questions would be suitably awarded. And he would give a great reward to anyone who teach him what was the right time for every action and who were the most necessary people for him and what was the most important thing to do in life. And learned men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. Many wise people, many learned people came to give the answers of his questions. But all the wise people who came to answer his questions answered differently. The learned men who came to answer his questions answered differently. What was their answer for his first question? And what was the first question of the king? What was the right time for every action? In reply to the first question of the king, some learned men said that to know the right time for every action, one must drew up in advance a table of days, months, and years, and must live strictly according to it. Only thus, said they, could everything be done at its proper time. So, one group of learned men said to the king that he should draw in advance a timetable or a table of days, months, and years. At the same time, he must have to live strictly according to it in order to know the right time for every action. So, what have you understood? One group of learned men answered to the first question of the king that he should draw in advance or beforehand a timetable or a table of days, months, and years. At the same time, he must live strictly according to the timetable or according to it to know the right time for every action. Others declared that it was impossible to decide beforehand the right time for every action. Other group of learned men declared, how could one know the right time for every action beforehand? It is not possible for anyone to know the right time for every action, even if he has drawn a timetable or a table of years, months, and days. But that not letting oneself to be absorbed in idle, lazy pastimes. One should always attend to all that was going on and then do what was most needful. Seeing The second group of learned men answered to the first question of the king that one should not allow or let, but to attend that is going on and do what is most needful. But he should not indulge in idle. Idle, as I have already said to you, lazy, pastime. And what does pastime mean? Pastime means things that are done to pass time pleasantly. So the second group of learned men answered to the first question of the king that one should not allow to be absorbed in idle pastimes, but one should always attend to all that is going on and then do what is most needful. So the second group of the learned men answered to the first question of the king, that was not letting. Letting means allowing oneself be absorbed or be involved or indulged in idle pastimes, but do what is most needful. But the third group of the wise men or learned men did not agree to the answers of the first group and second group of the wise people or learned people. Others again say that however attentive the king might be to what was going on, it was impossible for one man to decide correctly the right time for every action, but that he should have a council of wise men who would help him to fix the proper time for everything. The third group of the learned men who did not agree with the answers of the first group and second group of the learned men answered to the first question of the king that the king must have a council of wise men to decide or to fix the proper time for everything. See how the answers differ from one group to another. For the first question of the king, that was what was the right time for every action. There was the last group, that was the fourth group of wise men who did not agree with the answers given by the learned men of first group, second group and third group. But then again others said there were some things which could not wait to be laid before a council, but about which one had at once to decide whether to undertake them or not. But in order to decide that, one must know beforehand what was going to happen. It is only magicians who know that, and therefore, in order to know the right time for every action, one must consult magicians. To answer the first question of the king, the last group of the learned men answered to the king that he must consult magicians to know the right time for every action. They said there were some things which could not wait to be laid is put before a council, but about which one had at once to decide whether to undertake them or not. But in order to decide that, one must know beforehand what was going to happen, and it could be known by the magicians. So it is only magicians who know that, and therefore, in order to know the right time for every action, one must consult magicians. See how the king got 4 different answers for his first question. What was his first question? What was the right time for every action? Many learned men came to him to answer his first question. And all these learned men were divided into 4 groups and they answered in 4 different ways. The first group of learned men answered to the first question of the king that he should draw in advance a timetable or a table of days, months and years, and must live strictly according to it to know the right time for every action. The second group of learned men who did not agree with the answers of the learned men given to the king for his first question, that he should not allow to be absorbed in idle pursuits, but he should attain all that is going on and do what is most needful. So the second group of learned men answered to the king to his first question that he should not allow to be absorbed in idle pursuits, but he should attain all that is going on and do what is most needful. But the third group of learned men did not agree with the answers of the first group and second group. They answered that the king should have a council of wise men to decide or to fix the proper time for every action. But the last group, who did not agree with the earlier 3 groups, answered that the king should have magicians who would tell him the right time for every action. So they say that the king must have council of magicians to know the right time for every action. Equally, various were the answers to the second question. Similarly, what did the learned men do? The learned men answered differently to the second question of the king. And what was the second question of the king? Who were the most necessary people to listen to and whom to avoid? Some say the people the king most needed were his counselors. A group of learned men said to the king that his counselors were the most important people for him. They said the people the king most needed were his counselors. Others said the priests. The second group said, no, the counselors were not the most important people for the king. But they said the priests were the most important people for the king, so he should listen to the priests. The third group did not agree with the first group and second group of the learned men, but they said doctors were the most important or the most necessary people for the king. The last group of the learned men who did not agree with the first group, second group and third group, they say that the warriors were the most important people or the most necessary people for the king. Like the answers to his first question, he also got different answers for his second question. So the king got 4 different answers for his second question. And what was his second question? Who were the most necessary people? Some say counselors were the most necessary people for the king. Some others say no, counselors were not, but priests were the most necessary people for him. The third group said, no, doctors were the most important people or most necessary people for him. And the last group of the learned men said to him that warriors were the most necessary people for the king. To the third question, how he might know what was the most important thing to do, he got different answers, like the answers of first two questions from the learned man. To the third question, as to what was the most important occupation, some replied that the most important thing in the world was science. Some say science was the most important thing to do. We should give importance to science. Whereas others say it was skill in warfare. Skill in warfare was the most important thing to improve for a king, so that if his kingdom was attacked by a king of another kingdom, that would be very much helpful to him. And others said that it was religious worship, and other groups say religious worship was the most important thing to do. So he got different answers for his three questions. He did not get one concrete answer or exact answer each for his question, but he got different answers for his three questions. He got four answers from four different groups of learned men for his first question. Likewise, he also got different answers for his second and third question. All the answers being different, all the answers were different, all the answers were not the same. The king agreed with none of them. That was the reason why the king did not agree with the answers given to him by the learned man to his three questions. All the answers were different, so the king agreed with none of them and gave the reward to none, and he did not give any reward as their answers did not please him. As the answers of the learned man did not please him, he did not reward to anyone. So gave reward to none, but still he did not give up his hope. Still he wished that he would get the correct answers for his three questions, but still wishing to find the right answers to his questions. At last, what did he do to get the answers of his three questions? To get the answers of his three questions, he decided to consult a hermit. And you know, what does a hermit mean? A hermit means a person who lives or who prefers to live alone without contact with other people. We also say sages. Sages prefer to live alone without contact with others. That hermit was living in a jungle, was famous, was renowned for his wisdom. So what did the king wish at last? He wished to consult the hermit who was renowned for his wisdom. He decided to consult a hermit who was widely renowned for his wisdom. So why did he decide at last to consult a hermit? At last he decided to consult a hermit because the hermit was widely famous for his wisdom, and he hoped that he would get the answers of his three questions from him. In our next video, we will go through our second unit, and this is the first unit of Book 2, Nadi Day. Thank you.